Hey, you there? It's working, I think.
All right.
Much better.
Now let's see if I can hear.
Yeah.
Everybody able to hear me?
Well, let's see.
Let me check the chat out.
Why isn't this working? So I'm talking with you, but it's not live anymore. I don't know what's going on.
I'm doing it through the computer now. I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Because I see buffering.
That's working.
All right.
It says there's 4 viewers. 5 viewers. So I guess something's
77. I look like your stream is over with.
Yeah. But 6 people are watching this somehow. I just don't know how they're watching.
6. How hard would it be to start a new stream?
Well, I did start a new stream. So the problem is when so there's two audio sources. One was Google, this program Google, what is it, Google Hangouts, and the other one was my internal microphone into the computer. So what was happening was the mic was happening twice on my end. Once when I was talking to you, and once when I was talking on the stream. But every time I turned off one or the other, you couldn't hear me or they couldn't hear me. So now I hooked up Google Hangouts into it says live now.
All right, so I just closed a lot of stuff. Let me see what the stream is looking like. I mean, the chat is looking like.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Should be working now.
Oh, yeah, I see it right here. Talking to the Savage Simon.
Okay. Oh, that was a pain in the ass, huh?
Yeah, man, that shit was hell.
We got figured out, though. We are good to go. All right.
All right. 9 people in the stream.
Pain in the ass, huh?
Ed, I'm texting.
Man, that shit was hell. We got figured out, though. We are good to go. All right.
All right.
Are you
9 people in the
I can hear the computer on your end.
Ed, I'm texting. I'm gonna turn this down.
We got figured out, though. We are good to go. All right.
All right. 9 people in the
I can hear the computer on your end.
All right, I'm gonna mute all this stuff. I'm gonna mute all the tabs except for active tab.
Okay.
This one.
Such a pain in the ass.
All right. So I'm muted on the computer.
Okay.
Like we're gonna be talking real time.
So I think this is fine now. I think it's working out. So yeah, I'm really excited to have you, Ed. We met on Nick Ninneman's like help, basically like a YouTube help live stream, right? Where he like helps new YouTubers and such. And that was like when I think I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers. I think I had like 500 subscribers then. And it seemed like a million years ago, but it's really cool to get you on here and be able to talk to you and stuff. Cause there's a lot of stuff I wanted, like I was curious about from you and everything like that. But I guess I'll just give you a chance to just like introduce yourself to everybody, reintroduce yourself, if you will. So you know who you are.
Ed, over on YouTube with 240 subscribers now. I like to thank everybody. I call myself the governor of the state of Swampland. The state of Swampland is collectively all my subscribers. And I used to call myself the prosecutor back in 1992. I thought I was a wrestler. Like all people around my age, you know, we in the sports, we were in the mischief sports, selling drugs and all kind of other things that that really could probably have the DEA knocking at my door. But for the most part, I was hell as a kid growing up. And I was the prosecutor because I think that was one of the coolest names. And when you listen at the video, I make all those sounds that was supposed to be the sound of the law and order. So that's where all that come from. And sometimes I could also, you know, whenever you do YouTube videos, you it's almost good to have an alter ego. Like Boogie 2988, he had this Francis character with a lisp and talked and just go on rants and stuff. So most of the YouTube community, when you look at the bigger channels, they have a secondary personality that they could tap into. So I probably have about 5 characters that I could be, but mostly it's me, the savage driver, the savage scientist, and the prosecutor. That's probably gonna be the 3 main ones. And together that makes me Ed, the savage scientist. And you know, instead of defending my title, I guess my title could now become the governorship of the state of Swampland instead of some world title. I think the governorship title is a lot better. And it is in the form of that WWF championship title that I supposedly defended against Uber and Lyft. And I filmed that at an abandoned warehouse down in Baton Rouge. It was awesome. I had that shit planned out for a long time. Ever since my first bad encounter with Lyft was during October 2017 when they gave us a Music City Driver. What's happening, man? And Dark Road Run.
Seems like it's working. We're getting some of our viewers back. Ray Vergara's in the house. Dark Road Run's in the house. What's up? Music City Driver in the house. What's up, Music City Driver?
That's right. MCD. And thumbs up to Dark Road Run. Let me make sure that's centered. Bam.
Yeah.
So my first bad encounter with Lyft was probably 2017. They doing a Voodoo Fest in New Orleans. It was a real. Oh, I'm going fine. Doing fine. I was doing they had a special. If you take so many calls and keep your percentage above 90% and take, I think, 60 calls, you're entitled to a bonus, a $200 bonus. Lyft didn't deliver on that bonus, so I was mad. So I decided, you know what? I think a cool video would be me setting the mustache on fire. Because I hate the mustache. I really hate it. And I'm mad because they never gave me an amp. The amp is one of the coolest things. And
that was random and weird.
Did a video when she was talking about an amp. I think she has an amp. But the amp isn't available in most cities. And I really want one. I really would like to hack the Lyft amp so it could display Uber. I think that'd be one of the best things to do. But I think I could actually do that. Let's see.
So anyway, the reason the camera is switching back and forth, when I'm talking, the camera will be on me. When he's talking, it'll be on him. Just so you guys know, that's what's going on. Also, there's a couple introductions I got to make, so I'll go ahead and do that. Let me get the chat up. I got to pop the chat out here by itself because the video getting feedback again, so no one likes the feedback. Okay, there we go. Get rid of that. So Uber Frankie's in the house. Dennis Harston's in the house. What's up, guys? Okay, I got my introductions in. So it's weird to me that you've had such a bad experience with Lyft because most people think that like Lyft is better for drivers. Like they prefer Lyft. I prefer Lyft. So it's weird that it's kind of like backwards for you, I guess. And recently, I think one of your most funny videos is the where you became the prosecutor and you've set Lyft on fire. But did you say earlier that you're not going to do Lyft anymore now? You're just going to leave it there, or are you going to try to get reactivated?
Well, what I'm planning on doing is, I know that eventually I might become active on Lyft again, but it just seemed like when I'm mad at Uber, Lyft is there to save me, and when I'm mad at Lyft, Uber is there to save me. That's why it's important for people who do this ride share economy. It's good to be able to make sure you have a backup plan. While everybody else has a plan B, C, I'm on plan R, S, T, U, V. You gotta think long and strategic when you're driving for Lyft and Uber, because these are not the most trustworthy companies. And for Lyft to be able to, I mean, you know what? I really want to do an experiment. I wish I knew somebody with a disposable Lyft account, because what I want to do is I want to take a Lyft call and see what it looks like on whenever I have access to both sides of the complaint. So what I would like to be able to do is go into Lyft as a rider, request someone, and then make the same type claim and see how that impacts that driver. I think that'll probably, that type of exposure not only will get great YouTube views, but it'll also show how vulnerable you are as a driver if you're doing this.
Yeah, I hear you. I actually did a complaint one time on Uber because I had just really bad experience with one of the drivers. Hey, but yeah, so sorry, Nate wanted to say hi. He's got his headphones too. He wants to be just like Dad.
Oh, he done joined the stream, dog. He got it all in his face.
And all they did was just give me a credit. What had happened was I had ordered a Lyft for my grandparents, so they could go out on their anniversary to Red Lobster, and the guy dropped him off at Red Lobster and then just started to drive around because he knew that my grandparents weren't on the account. But I can follow him and see what he was doing live on the app, right? So I had to email Uber and stuff. They refunded me for it, but I think they still paid that guy. It's mean to do that to your customers or whatever. But I think what you're talking about with Lyft and because what happened to you, right, is someone reported you, right, for DUI or something.
Well, somebody made I think it was an alleged complaint, because the funny thing is, check that video out. I actually have a quote of the email from Lyft right whenever Lyft was supposedly talking. So in that email, Lyft even states that they used the allegedly or they used the language of the report show that Lyft did not have any definite proof. And that was disturbing to me for them to say, well, the first thing to do is deactivate a driver and then take 2 and 3 weeks to put somebody back on the road. I miss Mardi Gras. And that's why my video was so dramatic, because I already know what was going to happen. I know that this was going to be a long-term deactivation. This might be a month. So I know I wasn't gonna be back on the road in time for Mardi Gras. And then the whole time I was driving, I was getting these messages from Lyft saying get on the road and all this is heating up. And then I could have stopped at the Lyft hub, but my thing is
you could still do Uber for Mardi Gras though, right?
Oh yeah, I'm still driving Uber.
Yeah.
I do.
Bruno. Bruno's in the house. What's up, Bruno?
Bruno. Hey, and if y'all haven't subscribed to my channel, you're missing out on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, go ahead and subscribe to him. And I'll put the link in the chat here in a second. Let me go ahead and do that for him, so we can do that.
You're trying to get me up to 245 subscribers. Let's see.
Yeah. So what other? You have a lot of different content on your channel, right? Not just Uber and Lyft like my channel.
I'm my channel is more of a personality channel, and I advise anybody who is doing videos on YouTube, especially in the ride share space, Uberman also just posted a video talking about this. I mean, he does more than rideshare. He got another channel called The Rant Man, and he do some I think like gaming or tech stuff on his channel. So Uberman is running 3 channels, and I mean, you know, Drive Girl Drive is running 3 channels, and I think at least 2 or 3 channels. So Uber is a good thing.
Cicely's almost done with Uber though. She doesn't seem too happy with it.
So
real quick, we got Rodney in the house. We got AZ Driver in the house. We got Wind City Frenzy in the house. What's up, Wind City Frenzy? I know you're new here, so congratulations. Welcome to the stream. I'm here with the Savage Scientist, governor of Swampland down in Louisiana. And
Chicago up there with the Windy City.
Yeah, Chicago's a good rideshare market. It's cold though.
Things in here.
Yeah, they got a good train system there too. So no one likes cars in Chicago apparently. It's just everyone takes Uber there.
I have a friend up there in North Chicago. Yeah, Chicago is beautiful, even when it's snowy and cold.
I don't know. It's too cold there for me. Anthony in the house. What's up? Oh, AJ. You want to be called AJ? AJ in the house. What's up, AJ? So I guess my next question for you is, you kind of answered it a little bit, but so Uber and Lyft are probably going to be done here soon as far as letting drivers drive. Seems like they're going over to the autonomous thing. So do you have any backup plans for if our job gets taken by robots?
Well, if you're not I'm also a computer scientist, so I might be designing algorithms for those robots.
Oh,
but outside of that, one thing I would say is there's a lot of legal responsibility in autonomous vehicles. So I really think that that's still at least 3 years in the future. They're researching it, but I remember when the first autonomous vehicles hit the road in I think that was 1999 or so, and even Tesla is still not fully autonomous. I think that there's still a lot of research to be done because people run into these cars. I was just thinking the other day that for a car to make a turn, just imagine somebody was to hack into that car and somehow gain access to the controller for the steering wheel, and then they inject some code in it, thinking that your car is the one the president is driving. I mean, just imagine what would happen if one of those things get hacked. Those become weapons now.
Yeah, can't you hack cars now anyway? I saw a couple YouTube videos where like Jeep Cherokees and stuff like that and some BMWs were getting remotely hacked from.
Yeah, they unlocked the cars. I think they were unlocking them. But just imagine that same controller when they unlock the cars. They if they can unlock the car, then that means they probably could start the car and drive it on down the street. Especially if the car is set to be driven by a robot. I mean, anything could happen. And then people are gonna go around stealing these cars, taking parts off of them. So Uber will probably be more if these autonomous vehicles hit the streets, then you're gonna have people to manage these cars, and that's where the job's gonna move to. And I think it's gonna be more managing, more maintenance on the cars. So the job, I think that it'll be less drivers, but more maintenance and managing and marketing. Because I'm not gonna lie, one of the things I did say, and that is, I hope Google buy Lyft and Uber and use the ride share.
Amazon, maybe they bike to buy everybody.
Amazon, Google. I actually have a video on that. I predicted, it says Uber and Lyft will probably be gone in 2019. And what I say is that Uber and Lyft should. The main reason why Uber pricing is so low is because of Lyft. If Lyft wouldn't have came along, Uber is a much better product than getting in your yellow taxi cab. So if Lyft wouldn't have came along and screwed everything up, it would just be Uber. Uber is a household name.
I think we should change your channel to like Savage Scientist parentheses Lyft hater.
You know, that'll be good. That Savage Scientist. When I do Savage Driver, the man who hates Lyft.
The man who hates Lyft.
I think that video has probably a 0.001% chance of going viral, but it still might happen though. If enough people click on it. Oh, now I'm getting a phone call.
All right. So
yeah.
So I want to know, because it just ended, right? Like Fat Tuesday was yesterday. Like Mardi Gras just ended. Did you have any fun stories or crazy stories that happened?
Oh yeah, a lot of stuff happened. I was driving and I got into it with one. You know, these riders they have attitudes. They think that they could get in your car and pile 7 and 8 people in there and they don't have to deal with shocks, struts, and all the problems that could go wrong with a car. They just think they could get in the car and go. It's not like that. So some of the stories I had were, I mean, really, Uber did not surge. Last year, Uber was running about 9.8 and almost a consistent 7-time surge throughout the city. Recently, this Mardi Gras, Uber had I don't think it went no higher than 3.5. That surge was about 1.6. And for me to drive 90 miles from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, to drive in New Orleans, I mean, it's not worth it. I put in a lot of time driving and didn't make a lot of money. I made enough money. I made about $2,000 over a 7-day period, but it's not. I don't think it's not worth it. If I was a regular cab, I would have made close to $7,000 or $8,000 for that same amount of work. So, and my second thing is, I think Lyft needs to. Uber and Lyft, if they want to be so greedy, I think that they should have a cap on how much they could take from a driver. And once they reach that, I would say a $75 cap. So Uber could take up to $75 from each driver. And once that driver reached that $75, then they keep 100% of all fares.
I think that's true. But real quick, Silver Hammer in the house. All right, take care of that. I actually think that Uber should just have like a flat fee when whatever it is.
Yeah.
So like $3, $5, like whatever it is, and then whatever you make on top of that is the driver's fee. So I don't know what they need to make a profit, but like whatever, the minimum fare should be $7, and then $5 goes into Uber's pocket or whatever, and then the rest goes to the driver. That's just my opinion on it, though. I at a minimum they need to go back to where they only take 25% of the fare, because it's ridiculous that they're getting paid out 40, 50,
I think
60%.
Arizona drivers mentioned something like that too. He was saying that during big events, Uber suppresses surge, and I think that's true. I think that they starting to do that.
Lyft started doing it first. So at big events, Lyft would cap the surge. Well, prime time if it's Lyft. Lyft would cap the prime time because they wanted people to use Lyft over Uber after the game, right? So if you had both apps on your phone, Uber would be at 10, not 10, but like 6 or 7 times. But then you look at Lyft, it would be capped at 2. So Lyft started to steal a lot of business from Uber because they wouldn't let the prime time go up. So now I guess Uber's doing it too. So yay, screwing the drivers more again.
That's another reason why I hate Lyft, because Uber is wicked and evil. But just imagine, I just wish that Google buy both of them out. Somebody need to come through and buy both of them out. And I think Google will be the one, because right now Uber and Lyft are using Google Maps. And I was on Google Maps the other day, and it suggested Uber, and I'm like, that I know Uber is looking at this. Just imagine all the advertisements you could put in the rideshare app. That's how Google make their money, off rideshare. So off of advertisement. So just imagine when you open up your Google Rides, you could see advertisements, or you could look at the restaurants and all the stuff in the area where you're going. That's money. That's exposure to those businesses. So if Uber and Lyft was to be bought out by one single company, and I actually see that could happen, where a company that doesn't really care about taking money from riders because they have a bigger source of income.
Well, someone's have to buy out Uber soon because they're not making any money.
Oh, but, no, it's a failing business.
Music City Driver says that he does X and XL for Uber, and that sometimes people come in and have more than 5 drivers, and he just adjusts the fare. I know you drive an SUV. Do you have a third row seating, or do you only do UberEX and regular Lyft?
Well, I have a third row. Well, really, I don't have a third row seat, but I still do Uber XL.
You're on the Uber XL platform?
Yeah, my vehicle come up as it should have a third row seat, but I took it out. I took it out because I like to put stuff in my car, because sometimes I pick up people at the airport and I have a third row seat taking up space. So I took my seat out and I sold it. I sold it on eBay. So
you sold your third row seating on eBay?
Yeah, I sold it. $700.
So you just throw them in the back? Lay down, guys. Lay down in the back.
Just sit back there. and really, I don't even want to do Uber XL. I don't like the XL platforms.
Why?
Because, just look at it like this here. When somebody pull up XL, I would immediately tell them that I only have room for 6 people. I could put 4 people on the back row, 1 person in the front, and 2 in the back. I have enough space. But sometimes, most of the times when you do XL, they want to put 9 and 10 people in your car. That's when I tell them, if y'all want me to bring y'all have to cancel y'all ride right now on the spot and give me a 5-star rating, and I'm charging y'all $5 per person to go to y'all destination. That's exactly what the cab companies do. I used to be a cab driver.
You hustle a little bit, is what I'm trying to say. Huh?
Oh yeah, I am a hustler.
Do you have commercial insurance, or you just hope you don't get in an accident?
But if you leave the trip open on Uber, you could always say, I left the trip. I just didn't start it and ended it on time.
Oh,
so I see what you're saying. Still be covered under Uber.
Yep.
Lyft, I'm looking at Music City Driver. Lyft has some screwed up policies. I've read some of them. So what do y'all think about Lyft policies? Do you have any quotes from them? Because I know that they suspend drivers, or they deactivate drivers based off of claims.
Yeah, well, I think that Lyft is starting to get worse and worse because they're trying to start heading towards profitability. And so what that means is overcharging customers and underpaying drivers. That's how they're going to make profit, they think.
Yeah, and we have what is that? Mississippi Silverhammer.
Yeah, Silverhammer.
XL pays much more. I don't think it's much more. I think a 3-mile trip on UberEX might actually cost the passenger $9. That same trip might be $11.50 for Uber XL. The driver might get $6 and $7 respectively. So you're not making money. And Uber is taking almost 50% because with upfront pricing, they hide in the details and they lie and say that they charge the customers $7 when they really charge them $9. Uber and Lyft both practicing this. And
yeah, it's called upfront pricing.
What you saying?
I said it's called upfront pricing. It's where they charge the customer anything the fuck they want to, and then they just give the driver whatever the hell they want to, and they don't have anything to do with each other.
Yeah, and so that's but then it becomes a lie when if y'all gonna do that, don't even tell me and don't come showing me some crap in the app that's saying that y'all charged, because I'm looking at the fare breakdown. It's a Lyft fee, $5. But then I'm looking at my customer. Oh, can I see your receipt? and they would charge $9.
Yeah, at least Uber is being honest. They're like, hey, here's what the rider paid, $500. Here's what we paid you, 25 cents, and we took the rest.
Yeah. So there's a big difference. Apparently in Nashville, there's a big difference between the big car and the small car.
Music City Driver says there's a substantial difference between X and XL in Nashville. So, Classic Lyft. Is that what people are calling it now? Classic Lyft? It's Classic Lyft and Lyft Plus. So anyway, when are you moving up to Seattle? Isn't that your plan coming here soon?
Yeah, I'm planning on moving up there within 3 years. Let me call her and let her know I'm on a meeting.
It is Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you right back. I'm in the meeting. All right. All right, got that out the way.
I mean, you're such a popular guy. It's just thank you so much for giving me a little bit of your time.
Oh man, this man, that he called 24 hours a day. Sometimes they get bored. You know, I have video about that too. When you're bored, when people get bored, I mean, that's probably one of the most dangerous times. My wife cheated on me when she was bored. I cheated on her when I was bored. And I do crazy stuff. I made the whole Lyft video burning shit up because I was bored. People don't be bored.
Yeah, that's what my kids, man. They don't let me get bored. I gotta take care of these. They're always doing stupid stuff.
Now when they, you know what they do when they get bored, huh?
Yeah, well, no, this guy right here, I call him the suicide baby. He likes to try to like lick the outlets, you know, where you plug in stuff like that, and he climbs up stuff and just skydives off it and smacks on the ground. And I mean, you name what a dumb thing a kid can do to try to kill himself, and this is what this one right here does.
Oh yeah, yeah. My son used to do stupid stuff like that, man. He used to do crazy stuff. I mean, I remember one time. I mean, I would set a thing right there on the TV. He'll just knock it on the ground just to see it fall. I'm like, man, I got to get up and get this thing off the ground every time you knock it down. Like I just stopped. I mean, I just stopped putting it up there, and you know, it's always like you got to childproof your house. And
Uber driver Todd in the house. He's back. Hey, we fixed everything, Uber driver Todd.
Huh?
Yeah, Todd deuced. He threw up the deuces and left because we had the feedback.
Yeah, man, we fixed that problem. Yeah, just everything.
If you guys are really trying to beat upfront pricing, AZ Driver is right. You can drive in circles, but the other thing you can do is have the customer change their final destination in the app, and when they do that, it goes back to per minute per mile and gets off of the. So that's also good if you're a customer. If you ever have to take Uber, put a short distance in the app. Then when you get into the Uber, change the destination to your actual destination, and they'll charge you the normal per minute per mile rate at that point. So that's you know, gets you around it. Yeah. So that's my free advice today. And I found out by accident that Lyftline Uber Pool, if you pick someone up on a surge, you get the surge for all of your Lyft passengers, no matter what, or all your additional passengers, no matter how many you get. So I didn't know that. I just found that out this last week. So like if you get a 3.0 surge Lyftline, take it, because if you get matched with somebody else, you'll still get that 3.0 the whole time until you drop all your passengers off. Two free tips.
Oh yeah, those are good tips too, especially the one we don't have Uber Pool here.
Oh, you lucky bastard!
In Baton Rouge or New Orleans. Well, I think they had Uber Assist. I mean, I think that was some variation of it, because we have Uber Select also.
Uber Assist is when you have a wheelchair compatible car, so you can drive people who need to who have a wheelchair around.
I don't use that. I mean, I never used it. I never picked up one. I guess you got to have a special car for that. All right.
Yeah, or a hitch on the back. But
so you're talking about for a big wheelchair? Just imagine how much it'll cost to retrofit your car to do that, and then pick somebody up and they only giving you quarters.
Well, Music City Driver, you know that you know what I say about Uber Pool and Lyftline is that they are the devil. and you never ask the devil to get in your car, and you certainly never ask the devil to come pick you up. With that being said, if you get a 3.0, go ahead and take some pool and see if you can get a chain at 3.0. Yeah, you're welcome, Anthony Jones. That's what I'm here for, is the information.
And that's what's up there. I mean, that was great information, especially about the I never took an Uber pool because we don't have it. And I've been hearing how frightening it is, how terrible it is from other channels.
Yeah, I'm doing a video on it right now where my wife totally screwed over Lyft. Like, she worked the shit out of them because she got a guarantee 45 rides for $450, and she just took Lyft line after Lyft line after Lyft line, and she made about $200, and so they had to pay her like $250 because Lyft line doesn't pay anything. So she used the system against them. She made $800 in 15 hours working Lyft that way.
Man, if anybody screw over Lyft, then I'm happy for them. I'm happy to hear that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so she got a referral bonus. She got someone puked in her car, so she got $150 for that. And then they had to end up paying her the difference between the $200 and the $450 because she didn't make enough that the $450 guarantee. She got 45 rides in 15 hours. She was smoking it. She was rocking that this last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's better at this than I am, and I got the YouTube channel.
It sound like you should be the one. I mean, she should be the one doing the channel with you.
Yeah, she doesn't like being on. She doesn't like being on camera.
Oh, that look like Music City Driver got to roll out.
All right, see you later, Music City Driver, man.
All right, man. Thanks for subscribing too. I've been following Music City Driver for a while too. I mean, he has a great channel. And I like to hear about the Nashville market, you know, or as people in the music industry say, Cashville. I really like it up there.
Yeah, Nashville's a great place. So I follow Music City Driver too. I like his Money Mondays where he just goes over all his earnings and stuff like that. So I think that's fun. But count your blessings, AC Driver, that there's no pool in Arizona. You're lucky. I hate pool, man. It's the worst.
I heard it was bad.
So there's the school shooting, and I'm gonna go look on the online here. Someone said there's a school shooting in Florida.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I think 6 people were I think it was 6 people. Yeah, man, that's that kind of stuff is sad, man. You know, we live in the days where people don't have no respect for life. And I mean they had a shooting in New Orleans too.
Oops. Oh. Feedback from the thing. Yeah, that's terrible. Magic Man 2022 in the house. What's up, Magic Man? Hey, Magic Man, we are here with Ed, the Savage Scientist. He's the governor of Swampland down in Louisiana. He's also known as the prosecutor because he set Lyft on fire.
14 people killed.
Jesus, man. I'll tell you what. Like, okay, so I don't want to get too political because it's a rideshare channel, but I was in the military. My wife is in the military. So we both really like having firearms. But it's getting to the point where I think maybe we should rethink about letting just any idiot get a gun, because I'm getting tired. My kids are about to get into school, man. And it seems like there's a school shooting every other day now. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, man. It's bad, man. I was in the military, too. Air Force.
Oh, really? What's your job?
Computers. I was a computer network specialist. My AFSC or MOS, whatever, you know, Army MOS, Air Force AFSC. I don't know what the Navy called it in the Marine Corps. But yeah, I was cybersecurity.
Okay.
It was very boring. I worked inside of a room that you couldn't take a cell phone in, no walls, nothing but looking at computer screens all day, resetting passwords.
REFERRAL, or I always say his last name wrong. It's like the 3rd time I said it wrong. Ray Vergara in the house. There's no pool in New York City. I didn't know that. You lucky bastards up there. Man, if you're driving in NYC, you're not playing. Yeah.
New York City is special.
Yeah, well, it's hard as hell to be a driver in New York City. That's why it's the highest rates in the country.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the most profitable markets.
Yeah.
And I know you asked me, do I have any special license? I don't have any. I have a expired taxi cab permit. But I know a lot of the drivers here. I mean, I always wanted to. I mean, that is another one of my backup plans. I could always go buy an old wrecked car. I mean, buy old I ain't gonna say wreck, but just buy an old car and turn it into a taxi. I also do Hello Tech. That is kind of like on-site tech support. I mostly do doorbells, install doorbells, video doorbells by the Ring Company, and mount TVs and do network problems. That is probably one of the funnest things. And I could show y'all right here. Man, now I was pissed off at this too. I mean, it's still in my phone right here. This is what Hello Tech looked like. I was offered a job that paid $634. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Yep.
This job involved installing installing four TVs, hanging 4 TVs on the wall. Hello Tech. So if y'all interested in doing that, then look them up, Hello Tech. And I mean, there used to be a company that used to be the Geek2 company back a long time ago. So they do on-site tech support. I also drive for Brody. That is kind of like the Lyft. It's kind of like a freight company. You deliver crap. And the best way to do that is you're taking a road trip, planning on going across country. Brody is good because you could drop some stuff off for somebody, and you might get paid $200, $300, $400, or $500 to do it.
Ben Vernick in the house. What's up, Ben? Welcome. Hey, Ben, we're here with the Savage Scientist himself. He's the governor of Swampland in Louisiana, also known as the prosecutor. His name's Ed. So welcome to the stream. I'm just picking his brain.
With the B's of the last name. What's that? Is that Ray Vergara?
Oh, Vergara, yeah.
Vergara and Ben Vernick. Is that Vernick? Ray and Ben. All right.
Yeah. All right, Ray. I'm glad that you like the stream. Go give your baby girl a kiss for me and make sure she's safe today. After hearing the news about Florida, I always get scared for everyone else's kids. So
yeah, y'all be safe down there in Florida.
Yeah.
Jungle out there.
All right. See you later, AZ Driver. Thanks for stopping by.
Arizona in the house. Well, rolling out the house now.
He's rolling out the house now. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you have any last words to say or something like that? We've been on for an hour. That's what I usually try to keep my streams at.
That was a great stream.
Yeah, man. We got to do this some
we got to do this more often. Yeah, man. Well, I'm not big on the live streaming thing. I did get a chance to meet the rapper Waka Flocka Flames in New Orleans. And the thing is, I drive a police car, and what I was telling him is that they have more people looking at what I'm doing in an old police car. And you got a celebrity right on the side. They didn't even notice him until a little bit later. But yeah, they had some groupies out there. I mean, that's the normal. When you're a popular person, you have I mean, you really could just get what you want. And I almost did a video on that. I don't know if anybody familiar with what YouTube is doing now. With they are I think Casey Neistat, he was able to interview a YouTube executive and talk to him about the policy change. Well, in order to monetize the channel, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time over a year. And those rules really just pissed off a lot of small channels like mine. See, you, Aaron, your channel is exempt because you have everything. You have over 1,000 subscribers. It's me, Dark Road Run, and y'all should check his channel out too. He been doing this thing where he been interviewing a lot, 180 days of drivers, and I really have to give him props for that. I mean, he deserved 2 salutes because for him to just take 180 days of change and just give it right back to Uber. That is to show you that he is really doing something unique. And you know, I appreciate that. Let's get Dark Road Run to 1,000 too, because he is doing a lot of wonderful things with his channel.
Yeah, I really like the idea of 180 days of drivers. It seems to be that he's running some trouble that drivers don't like to be on the internet. Like they don't like to get filmed and stuff. But he's straight going. I mean, he's going out there and getting drivers, you know, like drivers, like grinding every day in their car in the airport lot and stuff like that. It's hard to do that.
Yeah, especially with you know, a lot of drivers, you know, they you know, they got to think about privacy, but I mean that is a great initiative, and I know it is hard for him to do something like that because you know, to find these drivers. But yeah, I mean,
I've tried to interview drivers for a year now. I've had 4, 5, 6 people cancel on me. I just stopped trying it.
Yeah, it's hard to get these drivers. But yeah, I mean, if you could talk to somebody who has a social media presence, somebody who is running a Facebook group or YouTube channel, then I think that they'll be a little easier to approach to get them to do an interview. Yep, and with Uber right now, what did I left off? I think I was talking about the YouTube monetization policy. So what they're doing is that if you a big dog, then it would not be hard to talk to a corporate entity like Google, YouTube, and Uber, because they what Uber did recently was this BS where they went talk to 2 of the largest YouTube channels. What is it? Uberman and the Simple Driver. The Simple Driver actually did a video at the end where he ranked the top YouTube channels, and he in the rideshare space, and he said his channel was #1. And I mean, he is mostly on the business side of things. I mean, I think he did a few videos about cars and stuff, but he is mostly a businessman. Uberman is mostly like a really part-time driver. But he said he wants
really part-time? You mean like one ride in the last year?
Yeah, one ride, you know, part-time, and I mean, you got to Photoshop that part, that whole word part need to stand out, and then part that big, time that big, driver. I mean, he's a real nice guy, and but I think Uber should have actually did exactly what Dark Road Run is doing. If you really want to say you care about the driver, go out there and interview some damn drivers. I mean, Dark Road Run actually is writing the blueprint for what Uber needs to do. He should be an Uber executive. It's obvious that he cares about people.
You know what's funny is he also was one of the first ideas, like brain work behind the Lyft beacon too. So Lyft did this thing where they were taking ideas, and he was like, "Hey, you should have he didn't call it the Lyft beacon, right? Because what didn't exist yet. He's like, you should have a light, you put it in your window, and it matches the color on the passenger's phone, so that way if there's more than one person coming out the club at the same time, you can do it." And then Liv was like, "That's a great idea," and they just did it. And then fuck Dark Road Run, he didn't get anything out of it. He gave him this great idea.
No,
they're marketing it. You
know, my thing is, if you could actually tap into the Uber or Lyft app, and then they're gonna have generic things that you can put in your car to change colors. I see people riding around with these stupid disco balls. They really just make me mad. I don't have all that amateur stuff in my car. I mean, I'm not gonna talk about the people with the disco balls because they like to party. I like to keep mine looking professional and looking like the FBI pulling up. When I pull up in that black Tahoe with that spotlight, those dark tinted windows, the police rims, you already know what time it is. This is serious, and they laugh. We have good time in there going places.
All right, Ed. So I'm gonna wrap it up here because I gotta get this one into bed. He's already asleep. So it was fun talking to you, and we're definitely gonna do another live stream again. And I'll try to figure out why the audio isn't working on the other end of this. But is there?
But I think that using the app, just doing it through the Hangouts app, and mute the live stream tab. It actually works. Perfect.
All right,
next time I'll do it like this. I was in the car on the cell phone at the car wash, and I know I have AT&T. That's why I couldn't do my live stream from Mardi Gras, because my connection is a 0F, man. I think I might need to do something like that in the beginning while I still have data. Thanks, DRR. Yeah, I think you have a great channel too. I mean, most of us in the rideshare space, we all have pretty good channels. There's another guy in the Seattle area who is doing this too. The guy with the Lyft lawsuit, Rideshare Commando.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm really trying to do. Is a lot of people don't like the fact that there's so many YouTubers who are doing Uber and Lyft, like rideshare YouTubers. But I really think it's good for everybody, man. And I'm really trying to get everyone going together. You know, if we all kind of like band together and make like a big giant like YouTube community, I think it's good for all of us to share the information and stuff. Thanks, Uber Frankie. But anyway, go check out his channel. I'll make sure it's in the description here during the replay. And I'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place, Wednesday, 1 o'clock. This weekend at Friday, Saturday at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll be doing my live driver stream inside. And so I'll see you guys then. I'm going to end the stream now, right? I'll see you later, Savage Scientist.
All right. Y'all have a great day. All right, little man. Little man, sleep over there.
All right. See ya.
All right.
Deuces.
Info.